Hello, and welcome to the Learn English Fast podcast with me, your host, Eli. Thank you so much for watching or listening to me today. Remember that down in the description, there is a transcript for today's episode, as well as a vocabulary sheet. So that way you can practice some new words that are here in this episode as well. All right, so today the topic is American elections. American elections. This is a very important topic for Americans because it's a part of our identity. It's a part of our culture. And many Americans, whether they vote or don't vote, this is something that is very special and very important for the country. Right now, when I'm recording this video, President Trump, he is the presidential elect, which means he will probably become the next president of the United States. And so, but during that time, during the election cycle, when people are voting, people have so many different kinds of culture and different things that we do. And I want to share some of them with you today. So, for some things that Americans do during the election time is we have a lot, like before the election, before we vote, people register to vote, which means you have to sign some papers, put where you live, your address, and show, okay, I live here, I can vote. When I was living in America, the last, 4 years ago, I was helping my local community help people register to vote. So I had a table that I set up in front of different stores or different restaurants. And then people who are walking past, I would ask them, hey, are you registered to vote yet? Or, hey, you can register here. You can sign your name here. Give me your information. And me and the company I was with, we would help people register. So that way they can be ready to vote when the time comes. And we also help them do early voting. So that way, it could save time. Because sometimes on voting day, because voting day is one day, sometimes on voting day, people are not able to go because of work or something like that. So people do early voting where they line up or, before the voting day and they cast in their ballot. Cast in means to put in, to vote in. So many communities do these things together and we encourage other people like, hey, go out and vote. In America, your vote is very powerful. Your vote can change things. It can change the country. And so we always want to try to help people vote. And now I live in Japan, so I can't vote in person, but I can get a special ballot where I can vote from Japan and then they can accept it in the US. And so no matter where you live in the world, an American is always able to vote. There's always an opportunity. And also in America during this time, and I guess this is always, we have a lot of political discussions, especially in families. Some families, one parent supports another president, another parent supports another president. And so this causes some fights, some division in the family. The word division means like some fight, some arguments. And even in my family, I have some family members that support one party. I have some family members that support another party. And during Christmas or Thanksgiving, sometimes arguments happen. But for Americans, being able to share your political ideas and opinions is very important. Even if I don't agree with you, and even if you don't agree with me, we understand that's okay because we have the freedom to express our thoughts. We have the freedom to express our opinions. And so even though we're different, that's okay. We have the freedom to say what we want to say. Sometimes we say not good things, but we still have the freedom to say it. So especially in November, because Thanksgiving is this month, right? So families will come together and there will be divisions and fights every single year, but the family will still eat together. They will still, give thanks together. It is something that has to happen. Also during the election season, the media does so many things to support the different people who are running. There are ads when you watch TV, there are special ads that are paid for by the different parties. And so they're trying to do everything they can to influence the people to vote for them. And in their ads, usually they are attacking the other side every single time. When you go outside, you can see billboards and ads outside everywhere. In some places, there are more American flags. In some places, there are less American flags. So the culture is very heated and hot at this time in America for the election. And people's emotions are also very high because some people have fear, some people are excited, some people are sad, so many emotions, you know? But it's still a very special day. Also, after the election and after you vote, most Americans get a special I voted sticker. I don't have one with me here, but this special sticker, you can put it on your chest, on your hat, on your arm, wherever you want to show that you voted. I know in many other countries, when you vote, there's not like a special, feeling or like, I voted. But in America, when you vote, it's a big deal. It's a very big deal because it means like, okay, I can influence what happens next. And so we're very pride of our country and for voting. And so have you voted yet? So it's very, very important. Now, I want to talk a little bit. I have my notes here, don't worry. I want to talk a little bit about the Electoral College. So I know many foreigners that I spoke with, they don't really understand the voting system. And I'm not going to get so deep, but in America, we have these things called the Electoral College. Electoral College. And at these colleges, they are in each state. And it's not like a university. It's just, people who are able to vote for the president. So you know that America is a very big country. And some states like California or Texas have so many people. They have more people than some other states. So if people in California and Texas voted, it wouldn't be fair for all the other states if they counted every single person. So the Electoral College is for every state to have a fair chance and to have the same voice when they vote. I have some notes here. I'm going to read them out. So each state has a certain number of electors, based on the population. When people vote for a presidential candidate, they're actually helping choose an elector who will officially vote for that president. And this is very important because it makes it fair for every state. If you don't understand, that's okay. There are so many other YouTube videos, but it just makes everything fair. And some Americans don't agree with this, and some do. Everyone has different opinions about this. Now, depending who is the winner of the election, different Americans will do different things. Some Americans will cry. Some Americans will scream. And many Americans will have a party. After they showed last night that presidential-elect Trump, that he was going to be maybe the next president, in their headquarters, there was a big party. There was singing. There were many families I know in their homes who started singing and had special parties, celebration parties for the new president of the United States. And so there's a lot of joy in so many places. And then, of course, there's a lot of sadness and other places as well. But that's just a part of the American culture. Whatever happens, we have to accept. And we have to be happy with that and do our best, no matter what the situation. Yeah. Yeah. And so that's just some, a little bit about the culture of American voting. I hope that you understand a little bit more about that. And please tell me your voting experience in your countries. How do you vote? And do you feel like it makes a big change? Do you feel like it doesn't change too many things? Please, I want to hear more. Thank you so much for watching. And please remember that right now on this channel and with Learn English Fast, I have a special 7-week or 4-week English course for those of you who want to level up your English and talk with me. So please, it's down in the description below. Give it a look. But again, thank you so much for listening or watching, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.